Now I was trying not to cover this, but it keeps coming up, and it is what it is. Award-winning country artist Shaboozey, choice of wardrobe at the Met Gala. It's been turning some heads. Been a lot of talk about it, but it seems to be only proving Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams right. And you'll find out what I'm talking about in a minute. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know how we do it. We get right into it. Let's go.
Shaboozey, how you feeling, man?
Feeling amazing. I'm feeling great, man.
What are you wearing? Who you wearing?
Hey, Shaboozey. That's why people believe in rituals right there. Is because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. It's about does following the ritual work? Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear.
Y'all, we got a situation on our hands. Apparently, Shaboozey is out here threatening to end Cat Williams after Cat allegedly exposed him for being the latest pawn in Hollywood's sick and twisted humiliation ritual. And when I say Cat ain't biting his tongue, he drags Shaboozey for filth. Now, as y'all know, Cat has been preaching for years about how Hollywood loves humiliating black men, especially the rising stars, by putting them in dresses and making them the butt of the joke before they can make it. And according to Cat, Shaboozey just became the next victim. His Met Gala outfit was more of a flop than a hit. Fans are saying he looked uncomfortable, out of place, and straight up feminine. Now backlash is piling up, and Shaboozey, instead of reading the room, is allegedly lashing out at the very man who exposed the machine, Mr. Cat Williams. Y'all better buckle up, cause this story goes deep. Let's get into it. Okay, so Monday night, May 5th, Met Gala red carpet, and here comes Shaboozey strutting into the fashion lion's den. Now this year's theme was superfine, tailoring black style, right? Sounds powerful, sounds iconic. So you'd think a black country star who just had one of the biggest breakout years would show up giving black excellence with a cowboy twist. Instead, what did we get?
Shaboozey, say hi to Esquire. Shaboozey, say hi to Esquire.
A Robert One look that had people squinting. He switched out his usual cowboy hat for a sleeker one, rocked some icy grills, and accessorized with David Yurman rings and earrings. But something just wasn't adding up.
He swapped out his cowboy hat for a sleeker one. That is not a cowboy hat. That's a church lady hat. Who y'all playing with, man?
The outfit was flowy, borderline bi, and honestly gave more runway couture model than country legend in the making. And let's be real, he looked uncomfortable. His body language was stiff, his smile forced, and you could just tell this wasn't his choice. This was a look he was put in, and the comments came in hot. One person was like, bruh, please don't pull a Lil Nas X on us. Another hit harder with, every time we have a strong black king making moves in the industry, they always find a way to make them look feminine in some type of role. Now with this one, you can feel the disappointment. Now let's talk about the real issue here, because what we're seeing right now, this ain't new. This is straight out of the Hollywood humiliation ritual playbook. And
yeah, like I said, Dave Chappelle talked about this. Dave said they kept bringing him this dress, wanting him to wear a dress, and he like, oh no man, I'm not wearing that, The next day, oh, come on, Dave, come on, it'd be really funny. They like, no, man, I'm not wearing that dress. You know how Dave talk. I could be funny without the dress. They just kept pushing the issue, and then the next day they come right back with it. And it kind of opened up a can of worms, man. Cat Williams is the latest to talk about this, but I really think there's some truth behind it. Shaboozey has won every award just about, except a Grammy. I bet you next year he win that Grammy. Now watch. He done kissed the ring. He gonna win next year.
And Cat Williams has been telling y'all about this mess. From Martin Lawrence in a dress, to Tyler Perry's Medea Empire, to the Wayans brothers doing White Chicks. There's a long, tired list of black men who were pushed into feminine roles or embarrassing public moments right before they reached megastardom.
The person that you're making fun of, they should laugh the loudest. You know who loved the white chicks the most? White people. White chicks. Black people loved it too. But that was why the movie's a classic movie. And it's sad, that we haven't done a sequel.
Where this want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent.
And get this, Cat said he was approached too, not just for a dress role, but allegedly to give up his behind for access. Cat said Diddy tried to clap him in exchange for success. Cat refused, and guess what happened? He got blackballed, dragged through the mud, and his career never fully recovered. The price of saying no is steep.
Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
So now back to Shaboozey. People are already speculating that he's already gone through the initiation, that this Met Gala appearance was the public humiliation phase. One user wrote, "So now you destroy your backside, be this all because of money?" That comment alone says a lot without saying too much. Another added, "Why did you choose to look feminine? They keep pushing this agenda in the black community. Disgusting." And you can't deny it, there's a pattern here, a dark, disturbing one.
And what's crazy is, up until this point, Shaboozey has shown no sugar, no honey, iced tea in his tank. Shaboozey has been all up until now. Didn't win that Grammy. I think that's part of the problem.
Met Gala might have just been his sacrifice.
Wait, those are the type of people that help make the world go around.
And Shaboozey didn't even stop there. He doubled down at the Met Gala after party. Now listen, this was his golden chance to maybe clean things up, maybe switch the narrative, right? But nope, he pulled up in another outfit that had people side-eyeing hard. He came dressed in Tanner Fletcher, a full pink ensemble. And look, I'm not saying pink is the issue here. Color ain't the problem. But let's be real, it was the vibe.
What the fuck is that, man? Those chaps are just accentuating his groin area. It's all bad, man.
Look, I'm not saying pink is the issue here. Color ain't the problem. But let's be real, it was the vibe. That fit was soft, frilly, feminine, and felt like a missed opportunity to silence the noise. Instead, he poured gasoline on the fire. One user didn't even hold back, they said. Weird as hell for these men to walk out wearing women's clothes. That's DL. I mean, say what you want about the delivery, but the people are clearly reacting to more than just fashion. But let's be honest, there's this growing belief that these types of appearances, especially at huge Hollywood events, are not random. Cat called out the whole game, exposing how they do it to black men specifically, softening their image, dressing them up in drag or feminine coded clothes, all to break them down and initiate them. And let's not pretend this only happens to black artists. Y'all remember when they humiliated John Cena? He had to walk out at the Oscars nearly naked, covering himself with just a single envelope. Like, seriously? A grown man in his prime out there with his business barely tucked away for laughs? That wasn't just a joke. It felt like a moment meant to strip him down, literally and symbolically. So for those saying, this ain't about race, or y'all reading too deep into it, open your eyes. This is bigger than one outfit. It's a trend, a pattern, a checklist being ticked off in plain sight. But despite all that
What the hell is this pose? Bruh. You know, I would rather be naked. Or I'd rather them be naked. Not that I want to see that. I don't want to see that, but that's better than being feminized.
backlash, some people are still out here defending Shaboozey, saying he's just being misunderstood. They're out here comparing his look to Prince, trying to say he's just expressing his artistry, doing things differently, and shaking up country music with some flair. Shaboozey came onto the scene as a country-rooted artist all about cowboy culture and Americana, so to go from boots and grit to giving us pastel frills and Hollywood sparkle, it didn't feel like evolution to some fans. It felt like a compromise. And speaking of humiliating Hollywood rituals, Cat Williams is far from the only one who's blown the whistle. Like, this isn't new, it's just reheated and finally being sipped by the masses. So when people are questioning why Shaboozey went from cowboy bars to pink dresses and glitter grills, they're not just talking about fashion anymore. They're asking, what did he walk into? And what price did he really pay? After all that backlash, the dragging, the whispers, the speculation, what people are saying next. It's got everybody on edge. So allegedly, Shaboozey reportedly threatened Cat Williams behind the scenes after people started putting two and two together, questioning the Met Gala look, pulling up Cat's past statements about humiliation rituals and Hollywood initiation. Shaboozey supposedly didn't like being linked to that narrative at all. Word on the internet streets is that Shaboozey felt like Cat was throwing subliminals, especially since Cat's known for calling out Hollywood's hidden darkness. The theory is, Cat's old interviews and Club Shay Shay appearance started resurfacing right as the backlash to Shaboozey's Met Gala look started spiraling.
Cat Williams said this stuff way before the Met Gala happened, like months, maybe even a year ago. You know, so you can't be mad now because the shit coming back up. You should have heard. I'm sure you heard it. You black, you heard that shit.
And Shaboozey may have seen that as a direct shot. And in case you thought it can't get any worse, here's the wild part after this alleged threat. Cat went silent. And if you've followed Cat Williams over the years, you know that man stays talking. Whether it's a comedy show, podcast, radio, even just a spicy tweet, Cat always has something to say. But ever since the Met Gala drama started and Diddy's court mess hit the fan, not a peep, no tweets, no Instagram, no interviews, nothing. And let's be real, that's not like him. It's giving, silenced, or maybe warned, or worse, watching his back. So this has been one wild ride. From red carpets to alleged rituals, Shaboozey's name has been—
Well, in Cat Williams' defense, it's only been 1 day, 2 days. Give him time. Somebody gonna ask him about it. Give him time. I wouldn't be surprised if Shay Shay had him back.
Entangled in way more than just Met Gala fashion critiques. And now with claims that he threatened Cat Williams for exposing those Hollywood secrets, baby, this is starting to feel less like a rumor and more like a code red warning. But now I want to hear from you because this convo is way too big to keep to myself. Do you think Shaboozey is really caught up in a humiliation ritual, or—
It is what it is, man, if you ask me. But I'm asking you, what do you think? You think we making too much out of this? I don't know. Leave me a comment down below. If you made it this far yet and ain't subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.